So I'm gonna get into it. So I've been actually waiting to talk about this for actually 2 days ago, like a few other videos. I'm getting there though, but it's just like yeah, I've been losing sleep, kinda getting like falling over the place a bit with my schedule and everything like that. But yeah, so I'm actually trying to serious. This is actually serious getting into this. Like obviously that's what this channel, most of the channel is about too. Just like getting into stuff. There is no intro, you know, because no, it's not about because it's not my like my career basically, and it's like that. And it's not it's not a money machine for me. Like, well, it's just behind my characters. I don't behind me as a person. I don't do stuff motivated by money. Like I'm one of the few original. I can't call myself human, but but yeah, because I have a sort of a complex. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not motivated. Like, the purpose of the channel was to get started up. Just to now to make people, you know, people who are like movies, like very big fiends of movies. That you just like love galore of movies. Yeah. So yeah, the purpose of this channel, is to make people aware, not to like, waste your money and waste your money and time on something that you have a possibility that is going to be, a waste of time. So I'm gonna get into it. No need to make it any longer than it should, which probably will be. But yeah, like I said, the first time I said, like, y'all know that, yeah, I'm getting sick of, especially horror movies. I've gotten sick of remakes. Yeah, I'm just getting sick of remakes being remade and rebooted, and then the sequel after the sequel. Yeah, it's like it's like becoming much normal now, and it's more noticeable that Hollywood, because they know people. Like I said, they know people is gonna go to see it. It used to be a remake. You see all these remakes that we get. Like, it's not just Halloween now, because the first, I think it was just Halloween that's basically right now was just the one remake that was that started back in 2018 that was getting basically rebooted. But I already knew this was gonna happen. Like I said, they rebooted basically rebooted or another sequel to Paramount Activity. We getting another Lost Boys remake. Well, it's loaded. I'll probably just take it to. Yeah, not only we getting the Lost Boys, another remake of this too. They already was planning this. They already had movies. They already got remakes in the vault. We already know now. The Matrix is coming back. Probably more now. You already know it's not going to be the only one. You got a high, but this actually may be good though. I actually may support this because that's actually that's what all if you want to reboot something, say it's like Scream or Halloween, then you should make it as it should have meaning, or something that should expand, or like, yeah, a specific like yeah, a specific topic where it should or just lore that should expand, yeah, the lore of this of the concept of the movies, or yeah, sorry, I get out of breath when I talk too much. But not only that, but yeah, this actually may be cool. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this actually, I may actually support this. Like, people might actually like this because it's actually, I Know What You Did Last Summer hasn't been, basically hasn't returned since. I thought it was a movie, but yeah, this actually may be cool. Very, very, very good because they're making this a series. But I don't know. It still may kind of, because they may have that, we know what generation we live in now. Because yeah, you see this, they look basically, obviously look like because they saw in the trailer too. You see right here, they have obviously two girls kissing. So you obviously, yeah, you already know they're gonna have that that sprinkled of fucking LGBTQ whatever sprinkled into the series, and we getting remakes that we never asked for, obviously too. See, even Bobby Brown, we all think it's a bad idea, but yeah, even Bobby Brown says it's a bad idea. Like they even making another. It's just they got remakes to other remakes too, to the point where it's just remake to remake shit. Even iCarly got a remake, and if that has a remake, then you already know Jake and Josh is probably going to get a remake. Like we got a iCarly remake now, and probably Victorious and Drake and Josh is going to follow also. That's the thing too. Like nobody asked for this either. I mean, we probably wanted the series to come back, but nobody asked for this either. So you already know that Drake and Josh and Victorious might come back too. And I don't know, yeah, a lot of stuff might come back. It's probably going to coming back. You know, yeah. That's why I said I'm sick and tired of just remake Galore, because they used to be just like, I guess, like one, like, no, it was like, because back, if you go back to the 2000s, Hollywood or HollyUnOriginal would remake I got one movie, but it's just now they going out of fucking sorts. Like you got, yeah, see, okay, there was like Halloween, and then it was because the 2000s they was remaking Japanese movies, like classic horror Japanese movies. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like they had, that's what it basically started off as. The 2000s started off is when they started basically remaking everything. Because the 2000s was about them remaking Japanese movies. I actually remember that because I actually read an article or somewhere. Or let me type in, because these are movies. Damn, I should have typed in. Sorry about that. Yeah, like there's like I think there's like a number of remakes in the 2000s. Yeah, you already noticed that's the first remake of Halloween before they rebooted it in 2018. Then there was A Up Amityville Horror. They might, that's probably coming back too, and they might reboot. I've heard they talked to Megan Fox was actually talking about this. And I'm talking about that's actually the other topic to come back later. I won't get into that. But, that probably might come back too. Oh, I heard Orphan coming back. Yeah, they're bringing Orphan back. If anybody else read on that, they're bringing the Orphan back. That's a prequel, but yeah, basically a reboot. Just for whatever they're trying to say, just to get a remake out. Yeah, and the reason that Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street is not coming, it's not here, like, because they focus, because Halloween is getting focused on right now. That's why you haven't had, there hasn't been a remake yet, which they're coming, but there's been talks about that too. So Friday the 13th, that's definitely coming back. Just like a Nightmare on Elm Street is coming back. Yeah, it's like that's when it started off. You don't see too much of it. It was probably too much, but let me see. Like, yeah, you had. But if anybody does remember that, yeah, that we had. That's the second remake that they basically did. They had a whole. I don't even know that. I thought it was just one, but you never know. It's expected. They had the first Grudge remake. That was a horror series. This was the original Grudge, but they, Triple K, of course, had to remake it because it was obviously running out of ideas for horror movies. Yeah, I can't believe so many people like that just laughable, stale garbage that is Malignant. That's like that shit was trash. What was like exciting or like I shit like it was nothing was nothing original or exciting. Hope was about it. Like I understand the kills if you like that or just like something about it, but that shit was trash. Like there's no like how can you get excited or like that film? But I guess we all got hey you could bet everybody we all have our likes. Can't be the same person. But yeah, it was. I already knew about this, but yeah, basically it was another remake. Like I said, it used to be just one remake that Hollywood would did, but now they going out and just rebooting everything because they know people, because people is just not. I guess the idiots. Yeah, you have the idiots complain about it, but yet they still go. You still go to the movie theaters, or you just buy it. You still buy it. It's like yeah, it's like a baby that just whines about that you take, that you still that you they whine that they have the bottle, but when you take it away from them, they whine some more until you give it back to them. It's like yeah, it's like that's why it is because humans can't never decide on what they really want. And it's laughable. Yeah, like we not only have just one remake, just a couple remakes, but we got and Grudge probably gonna come back too. Like everything's coming remade is coming back. Like I said, Halloween. It's like you got Paramount. You got like Paranormal Activity. Then you got Lost Boys. Then you got I Know What You Did Last Summer. But I'm actually I'm just saying. But this might actually be cool. This actually might be a great adaptation, or series. But that might be overshadowed because you already know it. They even have it on the cover. It's like lesbians in it. Then you got another remake that nobody, gave nobody, like I said, that nobody asked for, nobody was thinking about, but Hollywood unoriginal care, they'll still remake it just because. Then you got iCarly, or like people was expecting it to come back. It probably would have been a welcome back, but as you know, Sam is not on there, and that's for personal reasons. Like pretty much like I guess half people know that the reason why she quit acting because she never wanted to be in it in the first place. But yeah, like I say, like you got so many remakes. Like that's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus Scream that's coming out. That's already being talked about. Like that's like a whole set of just remakes being remade. Like Hollywood, like they really got yeah balls. They really got the gold balls just to remake everything. See, like you got yeah, it look like that said 2022. It look like that's probably the date. Yep, next year it's probably coming back. Oh, that's already. Oh, you already good. Yeah, look, damn. I thought they wasn't even like talking about it or just talking about it, but now they got. I guess it's coming out very soon. See, they couldn't even. They got 2 directors on it. I don't know why there, but yeah, this probably about this about to be even more trasher because at least Scream movies started out trash. Basically, because it was making fun of horror movies remakes being I actually like that concept too. Like Scream was basically like poking fun at, well, also not being its own, but it was poking fun at horror movies that were getting remakes. But it's become a laughing stock of itself because in the end it became a franchise. But you already knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, it's a laughing stock itself because it became what it was making fun of, and that's like it's like laughable, ironic because he became the same thing he was making fun of with other people. But that's just about to be even more fucking trash because we already know it's like Wes Craven passed away years ago. He goes back to 2015, but then he can't even do this with one director. They got 2. Yeah, that's about to be strictly all awful. It's just sad because then people accept this up, and then cause they complain, and then they complain that people act like toddlers. Like children, like absolute children, and then they complain. Like I said, people complain about having something that's but but you still keep going to give them that view, that money. Obviously, they're going to keep. Obviously they know what they're doing. Like I said, they know what they're doing because they know people still going to pay to see it. And it's laughable because we got all these remakes that now they got the balls to happen. They got the balls to do it because they know people are still going to go to see it. Wait, I don't know. Like you already know this was trash, but this was just laughably trash. But I don't know if they've had this in theaters. Yeah, it still made millions and millions of dollars. Still made millions of dollars, and they'll probably you already know they're coming back with another one because people still going to pay to see it. They complain, but it's just that's why humans amuse me because they still don't they complain about one thing and then they but they'll do a thing another, but they'll complain about it. They'll still do the same thing and then they'll complain about it the other time. They'll complain about it. They'll continue to complain about it. Yeah. Makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no rhetorical sense. And it's like it's mostly you have to blame it on the people, the movie, the casuals, or just people still going to see it because they're going to still going to see people. Still they're going to keep shelling this shit out because people are still going to pay to see it. Like I guess it's a shame because that's why I said like this is not like it's no it's none fun at all. Even I just say just have a headache talking about this because there's no like I'm just like barely just fall just like having a breath talking about this because there's no creativity anymore. Like all it's been gone. Like I mean it's been gone since the '90s, but it's just you just look at it's like and it's like that with everything. Like it's no creativity. Like GTA has been on 3 console generations now. It's probably gonna be on the next PlayStation 6 because they know people is still being paid. It's still being paid up today. Like yes, GTA 5 is the Rockstar's biggest success of all time financially. I mean, it was a classic. I mean, go back into it now. I don't really care that much for it. It's still a good story, but I don't care much for it. It's not obviously my favorite GTA, but yeah, they make so much money off. They make so much money off it, which they continue to do. Just like Holly Unoriginal still makes, or the entertainment aspect of it. Back to this, as they know that people are still gonna buy it. They're still gonna make millions of dollars because people are still gonna pay and see it, whether they bitch and moan about it or not. People are still gonna pay to see this shit. Oh yeah. Apparently now, if you work out, you're fat phobic. You see how they just make it laughing at her and it's like bodybuilders and people who in traumatic traumatic shape. Oh yeah, it just tells us like where because people it just tells us where we are as a society. It's getting more and more and more because it's so laughable, man. That we actually got like individuals just walking around too about that. I actually want to talk about that first before I got into this topic, but I just as you see, I rambled on. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm just basically just kind of out of breath too, still talking about this in a headache because I loved horror movies. Like obviously not now. I mean, yeah, I still do, but I'm into so much other things, and just my journey of still finding myself, which is a continuous journey. But like when I was like still like 15, 14 to 15, like I was a really big horror fanatic. Like I loved horror movies. like it's ridiculous too that they still doing. I already like I said, I already knew this was gonna happen. Like can't even be me and myself. I'm not upset. I can't. I don't get upset at anything no more because everything is expected. And being being at the age and the experience now I have, it's not. It's come on. We already should. We all, even if you, some of us might get what upset about because we knew this was gonna like we knew all these movies that get remade. We knew it was gonna happen. Yes, like iCarly is being basically a reboot now, and then we might have Victorious and then Drake and Josh, just like Scream, The Grudge, Paranormal Activity, Lost Boys, Bodyguard. Like everything is being, they showing out remake after remake. Every remake after remake, just like they still showing out Bond after Bond movies, just like The Matrix, because they know people are still gonna pay to see it. They know they still gonna make millions of dollars and millions of dollars because that's just people still they complain about. It's just the idiotic ones, and the casuals. And you have people that still you could still call yourself a movie or horror fanatic or not, big fiend on movies, but you still have those that you still have those individuals that will still go to see it and pay for it. Whether they got a YouTube channel to talk about it or not, like they'll still pay to see it. Like still, you got, like I said, you got a few others though, just making content just to make content, just to sell a face. Just like how and basic content creator, basically YouTube, content creators is basically coming a face for because they got sponsors. And they may be backed by these kind of studios that's in HollyUnOriginal, and they'll tell you, like I said, like these YouTubers, whatever people you watch, mostly they'll tell you what they need to tell you, so they still can make a buck or get that ad revenue, whatever. It's just still the same, just to get a dollar or just to still continue, get more views and money. Like you got. Like few will still tell you the truth about it, and even if they will tell you the truth about it, you'll still pay to see. But it's a shame that like I said, that there's no creativity no more. Everything has to be remade, and you got nobody anywhere else. Like whether it's the video game industry, music, it's like everybody wants a free ride to fame already, and just to make quick money. And that's just because I actually look forward. That's the only aspect. Well, as me as a person, I just look forward to. It's just video games and movies. That's the only thing that is still that's interests me. Because I have no interest. I'm not the typical human. Like I'm not like I said. I don't just I don't sit around waiting for the next take a page out of LTG book. Like I don't sit around waiting for the next movie to come out. Like that's not me. I don't do that anymore. Like I'm not 15 to 13 anymore. Obviously sooner or later I'm gonna have a family. I'm gonna have a wife. Or just strictly if I was by myself or not. I have other things, purposes that I think about every day. Like I don't have time to just sit around and just play video games and watch movies, wait for just or music, then to wait for the next album to come out, or the next movie or the next game, whenever the next console or the next phone, whatever. Like I said, I don't do that no more, and it's just a shame that creativity has basically been until we stand up. Like that's what which is going to be a recurrent statement in me until we stand up, and, as basically a movie. Whoever loves movies, so we stand up and we'll get it. We'll continue to get a remake of everything else. Like all this, this is just the beginning. Like they're not gonna stop with the remakes and sequels, reboots, whatever you want to call it. Like they're not gonna stop. And that's all I have for right now. For the night. I'll come back with y'all. Whichever, I'll come back on whatever day it's to come back, the next video out. Might have 2 videos coming, but, just be on the lookout. Like, sub, whatever, to get the truth out to other people. And you can say it's a front all you want. I really don't care. Or just like say whatever you need to say, but like I said, like the whole purpose of this channel is to make people aware of you not wasting your money. Because if we don't stand up, then year after year, decade after decade, generation after generation, we'll get continuous remakes over and over and over and over again. Like I said, it's not going to stop. And I'll see y'all in the next video. That's all I got.